On board 3, I'll stay in north on this hand. There was an opportunity here for a mistake, and it was a critical one at right at trick 1. And let's take a look at the proper way to approach this hand. Partner opens with a diamond, and we have 8, 9, 10 points with 5 card suits. We could call this an invitational hand, but hard to make a bid here other than one no trump. And when our partner shows extra diamonds and extra strength, we know we're in game, and we jump to 3 no trump. Now, many people would be a little worried about that. Well, you don't have a spade stopper. Well, I don't, but they haven't said anything about spades yet. Now, the other way to have gone about it was to bid hearts first, which might have held off a heart lead, and then let partner bid 3 no trump for us, which he certainly would have done here. This first trick presents the issue on the hand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top tricks. We have a club suit that looks like it can make a lot of tricks, and we have some opportunities in diamonds as well. So the question is whether to duck this, apply the rule of 7, in other words. We all know the old hacksaw of rule of 7, right? No trump on the lead of what appears to be their strong suit. You cut communications by subtracting the number of the cards in the suit that you have from the number 7. So here I have 6, 7 minus 6 leaves duck it once. Now, you duck it once basically because you're trying to cut communications. You're trying to cut West out of being able to, if he gets in, to being able to lead back a spade. Here, the problem is if you duck this trick, they're going to switch to hearts where you have only 1 stopper, whereas in spades you have 2, right? Moreover, if they are split 5-2, you can still win the second trick and cut communications. If they're 6-1, you're even better off. So what I would say is go up on this one and then do the work that you need to do, right? You can only finesse into east one time, and that's in clubs. If he's got the king of clubs, right, you need to get rid of it right away. So when he takes it, now he can, see, there's the switch. Now you can win a heart. Your clubs are good. You got the king of spades. And you should be able to bring this contract home. Now this contract comes with an additional surprise in that that on the lead of the diamond, the queen falls, and we now end up in great shape, making lots of tricks. Oops. So in this hand, if you want to make more tricks, you got to think about the fact that these nursery rhymes, like the rule of 7, don't always apply, and you need to find the reason to break those rules. And certainly that existed here, where the switch to hearts was far more dangerous to you than anything else. So this hand was a little bit messy around the tables. North has this 16-point hand. It's an excellent hand, and with 4 spades, 5 hearts, stiff in clubs, king of diamonds, well protected, which, the hand is strong enough for a reverse probably. We'll start with a heart, and we get a 2 club overcall. Now this complicates things. Our partner passes, and one way to think about it is if we bid 2 spades here, which would be the reverse, we got to be wondering, well, why didn't partner double? If partner had 4 spades in constructive values, he certainly would have made a negative double here, and he didn't. So I'm not sure what he has, but I think probably the safer route, because I don't want to get us too high, thinking my partner could have nothing, is to double. which he leaves in. So now we know the situation. Partner was more than happy to see that overcall, and an overcall in the red presents a lot of opportunities. First of all, I don't know that we have a game here, which is the only worry. It would appear that that our heart suit, since he didn't support, right, is probably, this is either a stiff or it's a doubleton. I'd like it to be a doubleton, so that he can then lead to me, and we can get heart tricks. So if it's a doubleton, then it's 5-3-3-2. Sorry, 5-4-2-2, which means we get 2 heart tricks off the top, and then I can start leading hearts. And why do I want to lead hearts? Well, my partner obviously has a long club suit. When your partner has a long club suit, what you really want to play is a forcing defense. You want to get your partner control of the hand. Now, playing this with the robot, that won't happen because the robot is actually going to get a chance to over-ruff every heart. So basically, he's not we'll never get control of the trump. But I certainly will encourage this. He'll lead another heart if he's got 2. Thank goodness he does. I should take that with the queen, by the way. Sorry about that. And we start getting into the situation where partner can over-ruff. Robot doesn't follow suit signals, but I really want a spade lead back. Right. So I'll try again. Again, forcing the robot to ruff. My partner over-ruffs and cashes the ace of clubs. So they're down 1. Now, whether they could be down more, I don't know. If robot hadn't insisted on over-ruffing everything and instead tried to get control of the trump suit, which he does now, he loses here. But we set them 1. We were only ever going to get a part score. 1 down 1 doubled turns a 100 into a 200, and that's certainly going to be a good score unless we had a game, which I just don't see happening on this hand. So the only hope now is for the king of diamonds for an extra trick. They might give it to us. We'll see. Wasn't counting good enough to know whether we had a diamond there. And we do. So we do get him down 2, which is now a great score. All right, so that's 500. Doubled down 2 is 500. 200, 500. So we never talked about a roughing finesse, as far as I can remember, in our declare play basic lessons, and we must have discussed it in passing, but I can't recall a real good section on it. Hand 5 gives us that opportunity to look at a roughing finesse. I would imagine that I don't have it sitting in front of me right now, but I would imagine that most of the partnerships ended up in a similar situation. They didn't get there this way. This is a robot bid. This is a strong no trump overcall, okay? 15 to 18 points or so. And our partner's 2 no trump is actually a support bid. And promising at least 3 and invitational values. So if robot has 16 points and my partner has 11 points, that's 27, and I have 14, we're already at 41 points. So pretty sure that West has absolutely nothing. I suspect my partner is probably the person who doesn't really have 11 points, but probably has some sort of distribution. Because otherwise we got too many points. Get the king of hearts lead. Playing against the robots, they lead king from ace, king, 3rd or better. So he probably has the ace of hearts here. Actually, we know he has the ace of hearts here. There's no way that West can have the ace of hearts. My partner is a little short, has that heart shortage. Instead of 11 points, he has 9. Certainly the stiff heart makes it worth an invitational bid. Now, we know where the ace of hearts is. And robot, hoping perhaps that West has honors and hearts, immediately switches to trump, trying to take away my ability to ruff a heart. And so he'll do that twice. Trump her out. He pulled trump for us, right? And now we get the roughing finesse. Now the finesse, sometimes we have to make this in a desperate situation, but here it's not desperate at all. We know where the king of hearts is, or the ace of hearts, I'm sorry. So we lead the queen. If they let it go, if they duck, then we pitch something from the dummy, right? Our hope here is that we can limit our heart losers to 2. Right? So we can go ahead and rough it, and now our jack of hearts is going to take a trick. And because he wasn't able to run us completely out of trump, I have 1 trump left for the heart bit. Now we have obviously ace, king, ace, diamonds, and the hand makes. So that's called the roughing finesse. So at a certain point in our bridge careers, we have to get over the paranoia of playing a 6-1 fit or a 4-3 fit. We can't always find an 8-card fit. This hand, which was number 6, I thought was amusing because people just can't let go. We have 2 minimum hands, a minimum opening hand facing in minimum responder's hand. Right? There's no game here. We're looking for the best possible part score. East has 7, 9, 5, 7, 12 points, so minimum hand. Hearts and clubs. Bids hearts, probably intending to rebid hearts over that. Partner responds a spade, and I respond 2 hearts. Minimum 6-card suit. And partner bids a spade. Now, he doesn't jump. This is a non-forcing bid. When your partner is a minimum hand, making a non-forcing bid, right, he is saying, I'll play it here. Right? Now, maybe it's some sense of guilt. Oh, I'm going to leave my partner in a 6-1 fit. I only have 1 trump for him. I saw more than 1 table. Continue bidding here. There's no more bid. Pass. Don't keep, right? There's not a fit. Let it go. And we get a 3 spade. We end up in 2 spades. And we're making. The 10th hand is an interesting hand defensively. The big part about defense, which I worry that I don't hear enough of when I see beginning defense classes, is that you need to figure out where the cards are and how many cards are in the suits. And it's a lot of counting. And defense is not easy. It's hard for a reason. This is a defensive hand where 4 spades must be set. I've got a lousy 5-point hand, 1 spade opening, and a forcing 1 no trump and a jump to 4 spades. Obviously, West is confident in their spade suit, thinks they can make without any help from East at all in spades, which is a good thing because East has no spades. And we know that West started with 8, right? 8 in West, 4 in my hand, and 1 in my partner's hand. Unfortunately, in a way, I guess, means I'm only going to get 1 spade trick. So how do we get 4 other tricks? Partner plays a heart. Seems to be maybe a call that robots don't actually signal, but anyways, West leads a heart. So what we're doing here is counting. Okay, so West led a heart, which is curious because he has the ace king of clubs. Why isn't he leading the ace king to the ace king? Right? And with his highly distributional hand, we would expect to see some void somewhere. So he has 8, leaving 5. So and it would appear that maybe the clubs are void. Something to keep our eye on, anyways. I'm going to throw away a club, anticipating that that indeed is what's going on. We get the 8 of heart leads, and I'm going to go ahead and rough in. And the heart is followed, right? So he had 2 hearts and 8 spades. That's 10, and we don't think he has any clubs. Now, I'm not going to test that theory by putting him in the dummy. Instead, I'm going to make a diamond lead. And there's 1 diamond, another diamond to set. Does he have 3 diamonds, or does he have another heart? Let's see. Yeah, he was out of diamonds. All right, and down one. So defense based on trying to figure out where our setting tricks were, and because we counted, we were able to determine that he had to have a couple diamond losers. No signals necessary. I think a heart lead was probably what I would have led had I gotten in, but Robot led it for us out of that ace queen 10, and we can see that he was indeed 8 3 2 as we were able to count out simply by the auction and by the play of the hearts.